Hello, I'm going to talk about Anne Frank. She was one of the victims during the Holocaust. Anne Frank was born on 12th of June in 1929 in Germany. She lived her short life of 16 years, and she died in mid-March of 1945, which was 6 months before the World War II ended. In her family, she has her father, who is named Otto Frank, and he was a businessman. Her mother is called Edith Frank, who was sent to Auschwitz concentration camp in 1944, and she died with starvation because every food she got, she saved them for her children. Anne's 2 years older sister, Margaret Frank, was with Anne when they were sent to the concentration camp. So, as I explained before, Anne Frank was born on 12th of June, 1929, and then she passed 1/4 of her life in Germany. In summer 1933, she and her family escaped to Amsterdam to avoid the growing persecution in Germany. At the same time, Hitler became the Chancellor of Germany. 6 years later, in 1939, Germany invaded Poland. On 3rd of September, the World War II began. By the time of spring in 1940, Germany invaded Netherlands, Belgium, and France. On her 13th birthday, in 1942, she received a diary and soon named it Kitty. Later on, July 1942, the family went to hide in the secret annex. But the sad thing is that the secret annex was raided by a police, and unfortunately the police arrested them. Anne's mother, Alice, was separated with their children. She was sent to Auschwitz concentration camp. But her children, Anne and Margaret, was together sent to Bergen-Belsen concentration camp. She closed her short life in 1945. Her 16 years of living was ruined by typhus, which was a disease that spread out really quickly, mostly by lice. Bergen-Belsen concentration camp was opened from 1940 to 1945. It was located today in Lower Saxony in northern Germany. When Anne Frank died in March, approximately 18,000 people died, and about 50,000 people died in total. On the Liberation Day, about 60,000 people survived through the concentration camp. The Diary of a Young Girl, the bestsellers in every country bookshops are called The Diary of a Young Girl, a diary of Anne Frank. It is now really famous in the world because of what she wrote in her notes. As I explained before, she started writing it when she was 13, and she named it Kitty. And soon after she died, his father, Otto Frank, received a diary from his boss, and it got famous. And lastly, this is all the bibliography, the source I used for my research. Thank you for listening.